Hi everyone, welcome to Colouring with Kay and thank you for joining me today. So in this video I am going to share my views on these acrylic markers which were sent to me by a company called Lightwish. So they asked if I would be interested in sharing this on the channel, and I said I will share my views and my initial thoughts on these acrylic markers. So they appear to be, if I can get into them, let's have a look if I've got any scissors. I've just been reorganising my stuff, so I can't find anything now. That's what often happens, but anyway, we've got this little plastic film here, so sorry for the noise with that. So you can see they remind me of the black barrel, and then the bright colours actually remind me of another acrylic marker make, but this is actually two colours, so it's dual ended, and 60 colours. Doesn't say anything at the back. 2 brush tip and 2 colours, flexible brush tip, line width 1 to 5 millimeters, perfect detail, 30 pieces per box. And it does say inks are conforming to these standards here, the EN 71-3 and ASTM D4236. I've heard of the ASTM system. So yeah, and thank you to Lightwish for sending me these. And then we've got this card here. So markers do need to be stored horizontally, and I didn't realise, but we've got some metallics there. So there appears to be the already coloured version, and then we have the one where you can swatch yourself with numbers and with the names. So quite nice, I have to say. They do look quite nice, double-ended, and on it we've got acrylic, both of the brush tips, but then I cannot see the actual number on them. I am searching, but no. You see, the thing is, if you've got the number on the card, I would expect the number on the barrel somewhere, and there is no number, which is disappointing because you want to relate these to these. So that is one thing that I would have liked. I think if you're going to have numbers already on the swatch there, you should I believe you should have the numbers on the barrel itself. And if you're not going to have the numbers, then I mean, if you're not going to have the names, at least have the numbers. But I will just overcome this by putting some number stickers on here. So I think that will be fine. If I put some number stickers on each end, then I will be able to identify them. So yeah, the marker itself, let's just look at this one, looks really nice. Instead of writing 6600 marker there, if we have the number there of the actual marker, that would have been really nice. So this looks like a good tip. They're exactly the same. Yep, they're exactly the same in terms of the style of the tip on both ends. It's just the colours that are different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch these now, and then we'll have a look at the colours. So I am just going to swatch on this, just some cartridge paper. So bring it in a little bit, and yeah, just swatch. I mean, this would be better if, like I said, they go on really nice. If we had, say, the numbers, if not the names, then the numbers would be useful, because so yeah, I like how they go on very smooth. These are going to be all over the place because I'm not doing them in any particular order. I think before I would use them I would probably look at the colours, test the colours out and see, you know, what they're like basically. Because of the brush you can get different width, so there is that. Now I'm just going to hurry this along so that you don't have to watch me do everything. Okay, so these are the swatches for the acrylic markers. They lay down really nicely, they're quite juicy, and yeah, some lovely colours. The only one which was a little bit, well, the opposite of juicy and not really working too well was this grey, but apart from that all the rest were absolutely fine. You know, the ink flow is really good. And yeah, these are the colours. I quite like the colours, especially the greens. I like the range of different greens that you've got. The pinks are quite nice as well. So, and I do like this double barrel nature of it. So you can see here that each of these first is a pair, is one pen, and that's another pen, and one pen, and then another pen. So majority of them have got similar shades of colours that you can see here. There are the odd ones like this one, we've got a purple and a blue, but you can see some slight change in shade for majority of them. I quite like the gold and silver. I think is really good, really shiny. I do think those two are really nice as metallic acrylic pens. And yeah, I believe that, yeah, I quite like the colours. I think a few more muted tones would be nice, but then you have got these muted ones, but more pastel-y type shades, aren't they? These, quite a lot of them are quite bright, as you can see. So I think what I'm going to do now is just to test the thickness of the pens, I guess. So I'll bring you in a little bit. Maybe do it on a different piece of paper. So I was just testing it out here. So you can get quite a thin line, and then on its side really thick. So that's quite good because you can, with a brush of course, you can control the thickness of the line. You give me little dots as well. So yeah, quite nice, like that. So what I might do now is let's just use a few Posca pencils and see how it lays on the top as well. So just use a yellow, purple, and let's use an orange over this. Yeah, quite opaque. Let's have a look at the white, because that might be one to check. Not bad, not bad. Let's do black and then put the white over the top. Yeah, reasonable, but yeah, not as opaque as I would have. Oops, that's black. Not as opaque as I would have liked, but still not bad. You know, that is still quite good. And then you could just rub off that, but some of the pencil came off there, you can see. What about if I'm going to let that dry a little bit rather than go onto it straight, because you can see it's quite shiny when I lay it down because it's quite wet. And then what I can do with this is see how pencil going on top. Oh, that's quite good. So these are quite oily, these Posca pencils. Well, they feel oily. I don't know if they actually are or not, but I think they do feel oily. So over the top they go on quite well, which is quite good. So if you wanted to add shading on top, I suppose you could. So it does seem to work quite well. Let's see an Arteza pencil here. The waxy ones don't work as well. No, the wax-based pencils, because I think the Arteza are more waxy. I know you can have wax and oil in both, it's just a proportion that's different, but the wax pencils don't work as well as the oily one. The Posca worked quite well over the top. But yeah, most of us, when we do use them, we usually put them over pencil. So yeah, so the line thickness is quite good because you can control that fairly well. So what I'm going to do now is I might pull out a couple of colouring books, see if I can add any details, and then yeah, that will be it then. Okay, so give me a sec. Okay, so I've got this book with the page I completed some time ago. It's from Moonlight Mischief by R.J. Hampson. So I think I'm just gonna like outline the edges of maybe this pattern here. So I'm just going to use this blue, and you can see how I get on with that. So yeah, I'm just using the very tip of the pen, which is working quite well because it gives you that you know, the, what do we call it, the fine point. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, quite like how it's going down onto this paper. Might also put a little bit in here. So what I mainly use acrylic markers for is things like this, you know, when I want to add definition or get rid of the black lines, which to be honest, I'm not too fussed about the black lines in colouring books. I quite like them actually, usually, because I think they provide quite a lot of definition. I'm going to use a little bit of this green now. Might be the wrong shade, but maybe this one's better. Yeah, so you can see that blacking out some of these lines here. So yeah, it's going down quite opaque. Sorry about my voice again, it's just a bit weird. So yeah, it's very effective in blacking out the lines, as you would expect from a paint marker. I think there is currently a little bit of a reduction in price for these acrylic markers, but you will see when you go on to the link that I'm going to put in the description. So yeah, quite nice. Maybe a little bit of pink on the nose. Might have to go over the whole thing now. But yeah, I don't generally black out lines. But yeah, I know some of the colourists do. Gives it possibly a more natural look, I guess, rather than everything outlined in black. So yeah, I think that goes down really well. Quite like it. I do like the two colours in one pen thing, and I do like the fact that it is a brush tip, because you do get that variation with the thickness of the line. You can get really thick lines and slim lines. The only thing I would say, which I said at the beginning, was that it would have been great if we had at least the number of the pen on here, rather, even if you don't have the name, at least if you have the number. But you can overcome that by putting your own number stickers on and doing your own swatch. So yeah, that's it. That's just an initial impressions of the acrylic markers by Lightwish. I would like to thank Lightwish again for getting in contact with me and asking if I would share these on the channel, just to show that you can actually use these for many different mediums: canvas, glass, wood, ceramic, stone, t-shirts, as well as paper, which we used today. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time guys, take care, happy colouring, bye.